Right, good afternoon. This is a live video. I'm live from Castelló d'Empúries in the north of Spain, in Catalonia. And this streaming live is my first one. And I would like to share with you what is going to be tomorrow's St. George's Day. So the preparations for St. George, that is Sant Jordi. Here in Catalonia, we call it la festa de Sant Jordi. So in English, it's St. George's Day. And my invitation to you was for you to get to know why is St. George so important here in Catalonia, but particularly in England. Then I'm going to share with you one special treat. This special treat is a poem by Shakespeare. So if you think Shakespeare is too difficult for you, don't worry, it won't, because I will explain to you what the meaning is of the poem. So don't worry. So first of all, I would like to know how many of you are connected now. I can see kind of 2 people connected, maybe more. Okay, so this video is going to be recorded and you will be able to enjoy it later, probably, for those of you who are working and can't attend right now. So let me tell you, St. George is one of the martyrs in the Christian church. So there are 7 champions in Christendom, right? St. George is easily the greatest of all. The Christian champions, you know, they are St. George for England, St. Denis for France, Saint Denis, okay, St. James for Spain, St. Anthony for Italy, San Antonio, right, St. Andrew for Scotland, and St. Patrick for Ireland, probably you remember St. Patrick's Day, and St. David for Wales. But let's see, St. George was important for Christian church because he was a martyr. He rebelled against the Roman soldiers who were killing Christians. So there you have the first element of this national holiday in England. You know that a saint then becomes a legend, and this has become an important festivity for all Christian church, but particularly for England and for Catalonia. Now, in Catalonia, you know that one of the symbols of this festival is the rose. Now, how does the rose link to England? Because the English also wear a rose on their jackets on this day, on St. George's Day, which is tomorrow, the 23rd of April. What other things are in common between Catalonia and England on this very important festival? The other element is literature. What unites us is that on the 23rd of April, we have Cervantes's, the date of Cervantes and the date of Shakespeare. All right, so 23rd of April unites Spain and England with the 2 biggest writers of all, right? So, having said that, I don't know if you've seen the flag of England. Well, the flag of England is red, a red cross with a white background. Well, that symbolizes St. George. So you see, this is very important for English people. So having said all that, I know sometimes you don't know the vocabulary. There are some words connected with this festivity here in Catalonia that is very important because there are many parades. There are parades, okay? Which are parades? Yes, so the parades are these the crowds of people walking, chanting, singing, etc. So we have the same element in Catalonia and in England for this day, for the 23rd of April. There are parades. What else is there? There are dancing. There's dancing. There are concerts, dancing, and many other activities. I will tell you what happened to me many years ago. I was in England for St. George's Day, and for me it was Shakespeare's Day, and I wanted to see a show. So I happened to be in London, and that day on the 23rd, I remember being in my hostel. I was in a bed and breakfast, and I said, I cannot miss this day. I need to do something special. I would like to see a concert. So I quickly browsed through. There was a leaflet there at the entrance. What was there? What was there on that day? And I saw that there was a concert in Southwark Cathedral. Southwark is one of the areas in London that is well known as being the place where the most important theatre for Shakespeare at those times was the Globe. So it's known for the Globe because the Globe Theatre is there. So, and there's also the Southwark. We spell it Southwark. You will see when I write it down. Southwark Cathedral, but it's pronounced Southwark. Okay, in Spanish we would say Southwark, but it's not. Okay, so there was a concert there, and I went, and it was a concert basically taking songs from Shakespeare's works, and it was so delightful. I remember one of the songs from Romeo and Juliet. And after this concert, the guy who was singing was a countertenor, so his voice has a good treble sound. Was very nice and very inspiring, all the concert. And at the end of it, I went to congratulate the performers. And I told them, because I was from Argentina, I was from Buenos Aires, and I had come specifically on the 23rd of April to England to see something connected with Shakespeare. And they were so glad that I had joined them and I had said hello to them that they invited me to a pub. And in this pub, this pub was well known for all the writers and literature, was very, very well known, very, very near Southwark Cathedral. And I had the best of my times with them. So I enjoyed it a lot, and they gave me lots of references, cultural references of the place, etc. So all this to say that it is a very important date in England too. Okay, so don't think that just because you're in Catalonia, I guess you are, it's Sant Jordi is the only and unique festival that is being held in Europe. It isn't, okay? But of course, for us Catalans, we have this symbolism of the rose and the book. The rose that is given to a lady, and the book that is given to a man in exchange. Here is my encyclopedia. It's the Illustrated Stratford Shakespeare. I always have it with me, all his plays. I have the 37 plays. Look here, I've got 37 plays and 160 sonnets and poems. So this is what I'm going to share with you today. So I'm going to read aloud and comment this, which has become one of the most well-known poems by Shakespeare. If you've never ever heard anything, any poem by Shakespeare said aloud, just listen to this. And at the end of it, I'm going to explain to you the meaning, but just listen completely. This is an immersion in English, and the sonority in Shakespeare's poems is so vibrant that no matter, it doesn't matter if you understand or you don't understand, just listen to it, and then you will see the meaning will come alive. When I explain to you, you will be easily relating what I'm saying. Okay? So let's go there. Imagine that it's not me, it's a well-known actor or actress saying it. Okay? So this poem appears in a play called As You Like It. As You Like It is one of the comedies that Shakespeare wrote. And it's called All the World's a Stage. So let me read it out to you. All the world's a stage, and all men and women are merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in his mother's arms. Then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwillingly to school. And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like a bard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly, with good capon lined, with icy beer and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice turning again toward childish travel, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sun's teeth, sun's eyes, sun's taste, sun's everything. So here in this poem called All the World's a Stage, Shakespeare is resuming mankind, what a man lives in just 7 years, in 7 stages. Okay? So what do we have in the 7 stages of man? Because don't forget, at those times, in Shakespearean times, people did not live long. They lived at the most 70 years. And Shakespeare was one of them. He lived till 74. He was a lucky one. And that was in the 1600s, all right? No electricity. Everything was very humid. There were many illnesses. So this poem is, in a way, concentrating a man's life into 7 stages. I don't know if you've been able to detect the different stages. He said, first, the infant. The infant, the child. What does a baby do? Mewling and puking. Mewling is a way of crying, wee, wee, okay? Mewling and puking, that is vomiting in the nurse's arms, all right? A nurse is in those times, the mother did not breastfeed the baby. It was a nurse. It was a woman specifically that would specifically do that role. So that's why she was called a nurse, okay? So first the infant, that's the first stage, the baby. The second stage is the child who goes unwillingly to school with a bright morning face, but okay, he doesn't like going to school. Nobody ever does, okay? Neither at those times nor in these times. There are very few children who really enjoy going to school. So he was saying, this nice boy with this morning face, shining morning face, because you can see the sun on his face and everything, going to school, but he doesn't like it, okay? Unwillingly to school. So that's the second stage, all right? The student. Now, what about the third stage for him? So we have, after that, whoops, okay, the lover. Then the lover. And he said, full of strange oaths. You know what oaths are? Oaths? An oath is what the president, for example, the president of the United States does on the Bible when he takes office. He does a solemn oath. Okay? I will faithfully execute the laws of the United States. That's an oath, a promise, a solemn promise. So what does a lover do? He's full of promises to the sweet lady, to the sweet girl. Okay? I'm going to love you forever, be mine, etc. In fact, here, look, these are my roses for tomorrow. They're in a flower pot, and it says, be mine. Yeah. So like the lover in Shakespeare's poem, right? So he was saying, full of strange oaths, because these are promises that are a little bit strange sometimes, and bearded like a pard. Bearded, the incipient beard, the same as the pard, like the leopard, okay? The incipient beard. Jealous in honor, so they are always jealous. Jealousy is the topic of the lover, okay? You don't love me anymore, you're going out with another person, etc., no? And this question mark on cheating. Is she cheating on me? Oh, I've seen that he's texting another girl. Who are you texting? Etc. So, jealous in honor. Sudden and quick in quarrel. Okay? No, that was the other one. Sorry. Sighing like furnace. A furnace. A lover. You know what a furnace is? Is like a big oven. Okay? So you open and close and all the heat comes out. So when a lover is passionate, he's sighing like a furnace, okay? So with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. Woeful. So he's always complaining. As if he were complaining, he sings to the girl. Okay, he sings songs of love, of romance, etc. So that's the lover. Next stage. Now let's pass on to the fourth stage. So we had, let's go back. The baby, the child, okay, the school, the child that goes to school. Then the lover. Fourth comes the soldier. The soldier who wages wars. The verb is to wage a war, all right? So soldier who wages wars, who goes to war to serve government. At those times it was the king, right? The king or the queen. So he knows that after that he's going to get some recognition. So he's willing to die for his king or queen. So here Shakespeare says, full of the soldier, right? Bearded like the pard, like the leopard, jealous in honor, he's always jealous, sudden and quick in quarrel, sudden. All wars are quite sudden, okay? But all his movements, you see, he uses a lot of alliteration, Shakespeare, in his poems, that is, recurrent sounds to convey an effect. In this case is s, k, k, sudden and quick and quarrel, all right? So this sudden and quick and quarrel gives you the idea that the soldier is all the time ready to combat, on his horse or running, okay? Suddenly quick and quarrel, okay? Sudden and quick and quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. So what is he looking for? Fame, reputation, the same you're looking for many times when you are on YouTube and you look at the YouTubers. Reputation, to have your name there at the top of the list, okay? So he's looking for recognition. Whose recognition? Authorities, maybe, yes, people. But what happens that many times, in order to seek that recognition, he was also in the path of death. So in the cannon's mouth, you know a cannon, un cañón, en la boca del cañón, que se ponía la cabeza en la boca del cañón. Todo para tener gloria, okay? So that was the soldier. That's the portrait of a soldier at those times. But what about today? What does war seek? What does it look for? Recognition, reputation, etc. Okay? So let's go back. We said first the infant, then the schoolboy, second stage. Third stage, remember? The lover, okay? When he's growing in his teens, right? 15, 16, 17. Remember at those times it was a teenager, the lover, okay? 20 is already too late. 20 is already married, okay? The lover, the soldier. Okay, and now we pass on to the fifth stage. So whenever we think of stages in this poem is decades also. So fifth stage. Suppose the soldier, okay, returns home. If he's alive, he returns home. And the next stage is to calm down because you're already elderly, you don't want to go to war, and you're wise enough not to go. Yeah. Like me, I'm 54 now. So what would I become if I had the opportunity? A judge. Okay? So this is the fifth stage, the justice. And then the justice in fair round belly with good capon lined. So here there are many words probably you don't know, but you have the idea of the judge. In general, judges, what do they have? A round belly. A belly is a stomach that is round. And why is it round? Because they eat very well. Yeah. With capon lined, it says capon. Capon is chicken. It was a castrated chicken at those times. So, with eyes severe, yeah, severe eyes, that is, he's ceremonious, he's severe, and beard of formal cut. Now, the beard is no longer that of the soldier that was like a leopard, okay? It's careless, all right? No, now he trims his beard, is of a formal cut, okay? So that's the justice. Remember, it's the fifth one, okay? Tuk, 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 the fifth one. In fair round belly, okay, with his stomach full, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. So those are the formalities of justice, okay? What do, justices? They have to issue laws, determine who's right, who's wrong. So all these things are part of being a justice. And so he plays his part. So in this way, he performs this role. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon. And here we come to the sixth one. Who is this sixth man? Well, this sixth man is already old and he can't care less what he wears. So what does he wear? A pantaloon. A pantaloon is like those big pants that you put on when you want to be at home, for example, right? Un chándal, we say in Spanish, right? Un chándal. So he wears those pantaloons because he cannot care less. And what else does he have? Spectacles on nose, and pouch on side. A pouch is a bag on the side. What for? Probably to collect something, some herbs, okay, mushrooms. He goes, va a fer bullets. Es un bulletaire, okay? So you have this 60-year-old man going to pick up mushrooms, okay, in the forest. So he's got a pouch on his side and a pantaloon. He no longer wears those slim, well-cut trousers, you know, like me today, if I can show you. These are the trousers that are slim fit, we say, right? And at those times, they use them too, all right? Slim fit, the soldier and the lover, right? But now he can't care less, so it's a pantaloon. With spectacles on nose, the pouch, okay. And then, those trousers were called hoses. Un hose es un pantalón que está ceñido al cuerpo, pero también es una manguera en inglés, okay? A hose. Look at my pronunciation, hose. So he no longer wears hoses, but pantaloons, okay. And then what happens? In my mind, I remember, I live very near Empuri Brava, and many times I see women wearing those leopard pantaloons. And I have my husband telling me, you will never wear those. That is in our contract. It's in our contract. You will never ever wear leotard pantaloons. No, okay. Because, you see, that's bad taste. It's not classy. Huh? All right. So after this age, which is the sixth one, he says that his manly voice, that is the voice of a man, that is a bass, with all the basses, a nice round voice like that, is slowly turning into a treble voice, that like that of a child, a childish treble. He pipes and whistles, that is tiene voz de pito. Ya ese hombre le empieza a fallar la voz, porque la voz nos cambia también, okay? So our voice changes with age, and it becomes like, like that, okay? It sounds more the treble sound more than the basses, unfortunately, right? So he has lost his manly voice well into his 60s, and then comes the last scene of all. The last scene. ¿Cuál es la última escena en la vida de un ser humano? Which is that one? Second, childishness. Childishness, child, una criatura, volver a ser criatura, volver a ser un infante. Tornar-se aquell nen. Per què? Why? Because they have to take care of you. Unfortunately, many times. So that ends his strange, eventful history. Esto termina con la historia de su vida. Vuelve a la segunda infancia, his second childishness, and mere oblivion. And this is the cruelest phrase in the poem. Mere oblivion. Solo olvido. Because when you die, everything is wiped out, you're no longer remembered, and when you are already old, everybody forgets about you, even your children. Unfortunately, yeah, this is our destiny. Even our offspring tends to forget about the parents, okay? How often do we say, please son, daughter, call me, and then they call you? Yes, every once in a while they call you, but the older you get, the more difficult it gets for your children to take care of you and be in contact, okay? So if that happens within the family, imagine outside, right? Mere oblivion. That's the last scene of all. And then, in order to finish the poem, the last sentence is sun's teeth, that is without teeth. Sun's eyes, because we can seldom see well. Sun's taste, we often lose. You know that taste deteriorates with age also. Sun's everything. So, in this way, this poem resumes or summarizes all of a man's dilemma, all of his life and also his struggles through life, to go back to what? To nothing, to dust. So this was Shakespeare, and this is my contribution for St. George's Day, which is a national day in England. So I go back to the concerts of the beginning of this live streaming from Catalonia, Spain, to all of you who are elsewhere in the world, I don't know. So St. George, remember, is well known in Catalonia and in England. It's a martyr. He was a martyr for the Christian church during Roman times because he didn't want to kill Christian people, right? So he suffered. There's no dragon associated. No dragon at all. That is an invention and a legend, right? No dragon at all. But yes, there's the element of the rose present. The red is very, very important. Okay? Where is it important? In the flag of England. There. Okay? So a red cross is the flag of England with a white background. So these are the bridges between Catalonia and England. The bridges connecting the color, the red color. What else? literature, yeah, the poem that I read, Shakespearean poem, literature, because we have Cervantes, okay, Cervantes y Shakespeare, los dos que se celebran el mismo día, el 23 de abril, the 23rd of April, okay? So I hope that you have enjoyed this live session. Now I'm going to say goodbye to you. I will be here in Catalonia many more months. So this is Anna Nadal, English in Action. I would like you to post any comments. I'm going to upload this live video for you to comment if you have any questions, any queries. And here from the core of Catalonia, this is a medieval town, I offer to you walk and talks in English and also some other activities. So if you get into contact and you drop a mail, I will let you know of the things we organize for you. All right? So hope you have a fantastic St. George's Day tomorrow. Stay safe, be well, and if possibly, leave a comment after you've watched the video. Thank you very much. Thank you for being there. Bye-bye. Happy St. George's Day tomorrow. Bye-bye.